Gotta make it official here. Hold on. There we go.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Lep, you see, well, you all see, Smiler, drive his blade into Krayley, twist it, and end his, life. I guess maybe... Well, what kind of action are you gonna take here, Lep?
Oh god, Lep in his dark evil vulture form is going to, seeing that Smiler has killed Crayley, I think something shifts in him, and he just goes down, lands, and wild sleeps back into his normal form. And it's still winter, but I think you see just black parts of his skin. And he looks at this and he just says to Smiler, I guess you're right. Some Avernus does change us all. And he stands beside, next to Smiler, sort of showing favor or alliance or solitude or whatever.
Sylvie?
Sylvie is just gonna fall on top of Krayley and start crying.
Oh no. Oh no.
And, Mavathor?
I'll, kind of stroll over and say, it won't be long before we see him again.
What makes you say that?
He made a deal with Bell, meaning that, if my, infernal knowledge is right, his soul will be near Ball right now, so...
You guys hear, you guys start to hear, off in the distance, the sound of, a forge, the sound of hammers pounding on steel, and, you hear Bell's voice, and, it says, for a mortal you're wise beyond your years. And then in a pillar of flame, Bell appears right behind Smiler, with and he sort of places a hand on Smiler's shoulder. You see Smiler kind of tense up. And Bell looks at you three and he says, it's been amusing you. It's been amusing watching you dance around Avernus for so long, Smiler. Smiler the Defiler. It was a name well earned. And then he, you see Bell's large hand kind of go down to the front of Smiler's neck, and he places his other hand on top of Smiler's head, and he twists his neck, and it snaps, and Smiler drops dead, just falls to the ground. The dark blade kind of clatters beside him, and Bell, he kneels down next to Krayley, and he says, now, let you all witness the benefits of being under my employ. And he places his hand on Krayley's body, and he says, rise, my little bunny. I have a new job for you. And Krayley, your eyes open, and you don't draw any breath, though. You are now undead as well.
Dead!
Bell says, I applaud you all for retrieving the rods. I have a new request of you. Well, a command from one of you. Take them back to El Terrell. And, find the solar incinerator. You might know it otherwise as the companion. Slide the rods
You promised us Lulu.
into their holes at the incinerator's equator. And, I am a devil of my word. And he snaps his fingers, and, the, opaque little globe that Lulu's trapped in appears kind of beside you all, with Lulu kind of hovering there, in a little stasis. And he says, as promised. Although I do think I'm going to extend the duration of our agreement, and why don't you all help your little companion here complete his new mission? And you see the contract you all signed with Bell sort of appear in front of Bell, and he takes his pointed claw and he sort of writes some new little words on it. And they kind of etch across the silver parchment, and it rolls back up, and he grabs onto it, and he says, now, no detours this time, shall we? And he disappears.
I would, go
ahead, Mavathor. Go ahead.
Bring up another part of the original contract, by in which, when we have completed and collected these adamantine rods, you would disclose to us the location of what we were looking for.
Oh, right. Foolish of me. Of course. And he says, one of you is carrying a map of Avernus, aren't you?
Yes.
It's slightly problematic in that it's always changing.
Well, how about I just take you there, then? And, in a pillar of fire, Bell takes you all with him.
Does Smiler's body come with us?
No.
Because Lep is...
Can I ask a question out of character?
Sure.
So, how do I word this? Our original deal with Bell was to get the rods.
Yeah.
But what was the wording of the outcome for that?
Well, there's an interaction that generally has to happen when you're making deals with devils, and unless someone makes an insight check to see if there's any hidden language within the scroll as the deal's being signed, devils tend to leave in hidden addendums that they can extend their contracts with. And when you guys made a deal with Bell, unfortunately nobody did that.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's kind of the wrong devil to miss that little detail on.
That's fair. I guess the reason I asked that question is
Sure.
I'm not here to defend the person who just killed me, but
Uh-huh.
was there an addendum that Smiler didn't read that he deserved to die, I guess? Because we did,
Who
get the
deserves
rods.
to die?
Yeah.
Who does or doesn't deserve to die? Bell isn't really too concerned with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. I am undead.
You are undead. You are immune to critical strikes and have resistance to necrotic damage. Where am I going here?
Teleporting
Ooh.
in Southfoot for a cup of tea. Yes.
But so when they are teleported, Smiler's body does not go with them.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, 'cause I imagine Lep was like holding it, so when there's like nothing there when he comes back.
Yeah, when you guys teleport, you're no longer holding on to his body.
That's fine. There are other ways to bring people back from the dead.
Why the heck can't I find this?
Sylvie's gonna run over and give Lep a big hug.
Lep could have pushed you away.
Oh! I was not expecting that.
Sorry, my eyes aren't working right now.
It's all good. Yeah, Lep looks towards you, Sylvie, and he's like, "You, oh." He's shaking, and he cannot form words right now.
Anyone to get hurt, but
Dude, I am tripping right now.
But you did, Sylvie.
Oh, here we go.
And if you do try to go towards him again, he's gonna slap you.
Oh my gosh. What's Twig's reaction?
You made Lep into a villain, this is what happened.
Oh my god. Oh, me?
Oh, maybe it was someone else. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
It was Twig.
It was Twig.
Okay, in a pillar of fire, Bell teleports you across the plains of Avernus, and you guys appear in front of this great, disgusting scab, the size of a large hill, rises up from a stinking swamp of blood. You see the domed top of an alabaster temple poking up through the scab, and many black iron chains of Avernus covering the building, attaching it to this sort of grotesque mound. And Bell says, as he kind of scrapes his claw against the little bubble that Lulu is in, it sort of splits open and she falls out onto the ground in sort of a little mushy pool of blood, and not from her, but just from the area around you guys. And Bell says, well, here's the location that I promised to reveal to you. Whatever you seek, I'm sure is inside. But I would prefer if you headed to El Terrell and used the rods with the solar incinerator.
I hope you don't mind whetting my curiosity. What does solar and whatever mean?
Bell says, it was the engine that fueled the transportation of El Terrell here to Avernus. A little device that I forged. Beautiful work, if I say so myself. But I'll leave the rest a surprise.
Do we all hear that?
Yeah, he's just talking.
Does Lep get the idea that Bella's gonna leave?
Yeah, he's gonna leave.
Lep does look toward him and say, Bell, you have outsmarted all of us, I would say. You truly are the master and rightful ruler of Avernus.
Can I get that? Can I get that in writing?
But if I may, I would love to make a deal with you.
Well, this should be good.
Give me Smiler's soul. All of it.
Why should I do that?
Well,
what could you possibly have to offer me?
Zariel tried to get the souls of mortals. But she's not the only one who could do so. And my reach can and will expand far beyond Baldur's Gate and El Terrell. And I will give them all to you.
Bell chuckles and he says, I appreciate your ambition, little creature. You would make a good devil. And he disappears in a pillar of flame.
I think that was his kind way of saying no.
Lep, I tries to slap Michael. It doesn't work.
You guys are standing in front of this mound of, I mean, it is quite disgusting. It looks like a mound of scabbed over flesh is enveloping this this structure that's being held down with infernal chains. You can see there's like almost like at the base, it's like a little hive. There are entrances into the scab itself. Kind of all around you are little lakes of blood, and Lulu's little wings start to kind of flutter, and she opens her eyes and she looks up at you guys and she says, What happened? And then she turns and she sees the bleeding citadel there, and her eyes go big, and she says, That's it! That's where we hit her sword! Come on! And she flies towards one of the little tunnels, and that is where we'll end the session this week.
Oh.
Good.
Well,
Oh my god.
I didn't see any of that coming.
No. No.
But that was a lot of fun. Next week, like I said, I'll be on vacation, so no game next week. But well done. Very fun. You guys can also level up to level 10 as well.
Ooh.
And
divine intervention.
I almost, some in these weird, when these weird things happen, there's very little things that could make Smiler turn against you, and helping one of the devils that he wants to kill is that's it, basically,
Yeah.
And
It was deserved.
and one thing that I've thought a lot about is that on one hand, I don't want to be mean to you guys, but on the other hand, I want to be a good devil. And so...
Yeah. I think you have to.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Really made a choice, so...
So I'm really digging into my dark side a little bit here.
Good.
But I think it's starting to become fun to be evil. But I just don't want you guys to feel like I'm, picking on you or anything. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
it's
no,
all for the love. It's all for the love of the game. And
yes.
but I almost, because in some of these moments it's like, I did not expect any of that, so it's like I almost had Bell raise Krayley and then order him to kill you guys. But I thought it was a better better choice to let he has other stuff that he can force you to do, but those are some of the evil thoughts I was having in my mind, and it's
how
like
long he would have lasted against that many shadows.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. But
let's test that.
But that's kind of like why I had the little break there, because I was like, I have to. What should I do here? But yeah, that was a fun session, and no game next week, and I will see you guys next time. So thank you for playing as always, and I'll see you on the other side 2 Wednesdays from now.
See ya.
Thank you.
Later guys. See ya.